flame. Creation was in and on your face. You cannot see my face, you cannot know her name. Not in this language now, not in this space. You cannot touch the flame. The dream time told me how. Your victory will not come from keeping love in your being, for that is not enough. Your victory will come as we stand up and throw off chains and claim O Uluru, who's inside me and inside you too. And do not talk to me about luck when I've come here to break this curse. And I know that we could make things worse if we do not choose to stand up with her. And do I go for myself, or do I go? Do I go to save the world? And do I go for myself, or do I go to save the world? 'Cause I remember going to Uluru and beyond the stars, my sisters do too. They land on the ground and purify the earth. You can have it all, but you won't have me. And you can take it all, but you won't have her. And you can have it all if you're willing to let you. The truth will set you free. 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 You better find your inner tribal voice, even as you live a 9-to-5 life. You better find your inner tribal voice, even as you live a 9-to-5 life. You gotta find your inner tribal voice, even as you live a 9-to-5 life. Gotta find your inner tribal voice. We'll be coming through in a minute now.
Each soul a spark, unique and bright, yet brighter still when hearts unite. Alone we rise like winds that roam, but together we build a lasting home. For strength is found in love and care, in bonds that lift and burdens share. So know, my children, you are one, each a thread, yet all the sun. So hold each other hand in hand, and together you will heal the land. Remember these words, O children of terror, and always know that we are better together. Many thanks. I am the mother.
Hi, everybody out there. Thank you so much for joining us on this really, really exciting podcast, because we are going to talk about taking over the media, which I believe is one of the most important things we can do right now, and it's reachable for us. And the reason we have chosen this today is behind this woman, Freemason woman from Australia, who have testified, telling us what we can do to change this, because they do own the economics and the medias. And the economics we cannot maybe do so much about. Oh, I cannot, but the medias we can do something about. And just going live here, seeing that there's people with us already. Thank you so much for being with us. That is amazing. We have had broadcasts that have changed people's lives, that have kept people alive. That was messages I received just 2 days ago that seriously we have changed people's lives. So everybody can do that with what they have to offer to this world, and that we want to inspire as many as possible to find the strength and the core of standing in your own truth and be strong enough to say it out loud, even that they're trying to close us down on the medias. I just told these girls in the back that I got my Facebook totally closed down with 5,000 followers or under the COVID, and you can do nothing. And they can take my YouTube down tomorrow if they want. They have totally control. But we are blessed because today we are having Roxy, Roxanne, and Holly with us, who have opened their own TV station, Forever Free TV. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I want to say welcome to everybody who is in the studio. I want you all to know that Yana and Peyton, I could not do anything of this without them at all. Like, this is my core. Thank you, girls. And they would be, get used to them, please. Peyton is, I hope today will help us how to bring in the strength in a project and to keep it into the core, and the prayers we can put on it and how we can protect it. I think maybe we haven't talked about this, but I'm pretty sure that you can bring something on like that. And Jana, you and me are full of questions. So we will just ask questions under the way. And all you who are with us live, you're also so welcome to use the comments out here. We have actually Jens Erik Krog. He's from my country, Denmark. Thank you, Jens Erik Krog, for being with us. Tak, Jens. Super exciting. I really would like to make a Danish podcast as well. So I need Danish warriors to stand up because you're not easy to find. Thank you. Bring it on. We can do another weekly show for the Danes, that's for sure, and all the other countries. And yes.
I was going to say, it's lovely to be here to co-host with Jana, to join you on this program today, especially to welcome Roxy and Holly to showcase their fantastic platform, which I think is quite revolutionary and needed in this time. So I'm quite happy to be here and part of this broadcast to join my fellow community today. Thank you for having me.
So
I feel the same. Thank you. I'm excited to hear all about it.
Yes, very. Yes.
Well, it's all platforms, other people's platforms around that have brought us all together. Some people have been watching someone and that have led to somebody else. And suddenly we are five souls from Roxy and Holly's from Canada. Jana and Peyton is from the UK, or also from, I keep forgetting, where is beautiful country, Peyton, you come from?
Oh, we're in England right now. You mean where I'm originating from? The Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago.
The Caribbean beauty.
Yes. Easier to remember, the Caribbean.
Right. Don't forget, we originate from Guyana.
So I was just going to say that. Yes.
Yeah. Not that far away from Trinidad.
Yeah.
Oh, and you could hear the Caribbean accent as well. With you, yes.
So we're covering the world, kind of.
Yeah.
We can just spread it all around. But Roxy, I want to go straight to you. You, it's both of you. You, because you got the idea together, I think. No, Roxy and
yeah,
Holly.
but Roxanne is the better one for expressing it, like the details of the idea. So I'll let her go ahead and do that. Nice to meet everybody.
You too,
by the
darling.
way. Yeah.
Yes, it's this is an exciting moment, and we've basically been waiting for it basically all our lives. And in the last 3 years, we have been developing a platform called Forever Free Media. and it's an actual company. It's a legitimate company.
You.
inc.llm. It's international because America and Canada and around the world. So it's official. It's a real thing. So what we did at the beginning, I remember Holly and I were saying, "Oh, it's forever free, forever free." And my husband said, "Well, why don't you use the word media?" And we were like, "Media? Like, what are we talking about here? We've done many things in the world, but we've never done a media company. What does that even mean? How do you go about having a media?" All kinds of words like that, right? So then I said, "Okay, fine. We're just gonna do it." We put it in and we got the incorporation and all of that stuff. Forever Free Media was born in March of 2022. And then Holly turned to me and said, "So, Roxanne, what are we going to put on our media? What are we going to do with the media company exactly?" I said, "Well, something."
Build
We
it
had to
and they shall
start.
come, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I
We had
mean, I just
we
kept
had
saying like we don't have any shows or isn't
well,
it like TV where people have to like come to watch something? We have
Yes.
nothing. Yeah.
right.
Mm.
So I said, "Well,
Can I
I've
ask,
done."
when was that, Roxy and Holly? When did this happen? What
That was
year?
in 2022, right?
We started in 2022
So it was
March.
right before
Mhm.
AI even came like
Right.
booming
It wasn't
out
exist. So
to the
I'm like,
public.
okay, let's see what happens as we keep going along with what I can do. Websites, I've done marketing, we're going along, and I said I need help. And somewhere around 2023 there, right, going into 2023, we heard about Chat GPT, and I said, "What is that?"
Yeah.
And then right around just shortly after that, we're going along, Chat GPT, that sounds interesting. We still didn't know what we were going to put, like what were we going to do with
We
all of
started,
this.
I'm cutting you, Rox. We
Mhm.
started off with a few ideas of just, we didn't have anything. So Roxanne started downloading like movies, older movies, like classic
Right,
movies,
right,
because
The
those are
good stuff.
free to the public. Yeah.
right.
Public. And we started like that. And I'm like, but Roxanne, that's really, they're old black and white movies. That's not really going to carry a whole TV channel. Like what? And we just
Uh,
kept going because that's how we
right,
go. Like if we have an idea and we know the idea's sound, then there's got to be stuff to fill that idea in. So we
right,
just kind of keep going. Like Roxanne starts downloading the movies and whatever, and I'm like, okay, we got to do something. Like this is not, and every month you're paying for the space to have Forever Free
yes,
TV and
it's
everything,
not
and I'm like,
free.
we got to
No,
do
but
something.
then you have to remember that as we're going along and we have the idea of ChatGPT, but then I was poking around and that's when I came across that and a person could have a network. You could have your own media company, your own
Mm-hmm.
TV channel, your own TV channel. I didn't think that was possible because I know Netflix, I know YouTube, but I never heard of like just Joe Blow over there or Sally and she's like, "Yeah, I have a TV network." I've never
Mm-hmm.
heard of that. So then I poked around to see if it was just, clickbait and it wasn't. You can truly have a TV network. You have to pay for it and you have to do all the stuff, but it's possible. So then after that, armed with the TV channel and ChatGPT, I started to say, call on creators. Like, isn't there anybody else that might want to do something besides just get blocked on YouTube or, because it was going on since then, 2023. Don't we want to do something? We're not telling you to get rid of, but what if you had something else? What if we could do
Mm-hmm.
other things and start to talk to people and
Other
we got the
creators. Mm.
Yeah.
blank stare of what the bleep are you guys talking about stare, that
So
stare.
before that, Roxy and Holly,
Hmm.
what
Yeah,
what is this? What gave you the inspiration to think, oh, let's start a new platform that people aren't getting blocked on, and they can be a little bit more free? What was the foundation of this this idea? What sparked it? And what scenario, like what situation were you in that actually unfolded that you were like, oh God damn it, that's the last. I want my own thing so I could do my own thing. What was that?
Our entire life.
Our whole life, that's what I was gonna say. Specifically, um, we've had
We
a
have
life.
been.
Go
You want to
ahead.
go ahead, Roxy? You go ahead.
Okay. We have been in the public sphere, what we call public ministry, for the last, what, 40, 45, a
Long
long
time.
time. Because I'm 60 and Holly's 50-ish. She can add the ish.
56.
Right. So we've
56.
been doing this for a long time. So since I was about 13, I've been publicly doing something with children, with something. Holly's and I have been doing things to help people. And every time we go along, we've had this scenario of doing things that just the tools change. So we're younger, it's a different set of tools, da 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 da. We're going along. Somebody older,
Cancel.
probably. Yeah, we've been canceled in so many ways that
Yeah.
you have to use your imagination to think
Yes.
of the last thing of cancellation.
Yeah,
So I
before
guess
there's
Mhm.
tech, before there was internet and all that, it's just physically having a great idea, taking it to the elders of the church or whatever. We have this idea for the kids, and they just stare at you. They won't give you no funding. Then you start it up, and it's usually when it's going really good and it's gathering attention to itself. That
And
is when
funding.
now suddenly, boom, we don't want you there. We don't want it.
Or we
Cancel
want
it.
to take control of it and tell
Right.
you how to
What to
do it,
do.
what
Yeah.
to do, when it wasn't their idea at all.
Right.
See, I have a problem with that because then you've done all the hard work, everything's working, and then they come in like, "Da, da, 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 da,"
Yeah,
and
like
they're
the
going to
heroes
take
and
it.
take over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's the worst case scenario. And then when it's happening like over and over and over again, we've done that. When you're asking us why we went for this one, is because we have done that scenario and helped a lot. It's not that people didn't get helped. We helped a lot of people, but at the end of the day, you're left kind of with nothing. And you have to start again because the same thing keeps happening.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
And if you think of that as in we're in Canada right now, but we went we worked actually on the Six Nations Reserve. Imagine that. Some Guyanese girls with my keyboard and so what do they call it? Something inappropriate when you go to another people's culture?
Appropriation, cultural
Right,
appropriation.
something like that. And we're there with our calypso reggae. Come on, everybody, just join in. And
And it
it
was
worked.
successful, oddly enough.
The kids loved it.
The
But
Six
then
Nations
again,
people loved it. Like
yes,
they literally welcomed us into their community.
Community.
yes,
And we even had a fry van on this
yeah.
on in the community that people used to come for lunch and the whole 9 yards. But then it got
It
very
was
popular. It
right.
got popular, and that means all of the bigger Six Nation chief people
They
started,
liked it. No, they
you
liked
know,
it.
they
It was
liked
not.
it, but
It was the people of the elderness of our situation
oh,
that
in the church,
got.
right?
Yeah,
Yes, that
it's
was true.
always
That's
that
true.
way. Like the
Yeah,
people
the
who should be
elders of the
excited
church.
and happy about this.
Yeah,
Those
that's
people,
true.
they
That's
were like
true.
happy that we were doing something with the kids. They were like, oh, hoo. But
Yeah, that
I
is true.
always find it's the people that quote unquote should be the supporters. All of a
But
sudden, if
what
they're
I,
not in control,
this
mhm,
Say
is very,
again.
very, this is very interesting because exactly the subject of the children, where I think it's all our countries can now see that in the under the COVID as well, suddenly
Mhm.
showed up all these programs for children that was
Right.
very inappropriate. Like this is
Yes.
mhm.
not for children. And it comes at
Right.
the same time. So why are these people stopping us every time we want to do something good for children?
And
This
it is facts.
It's
That is
yeah,
very
facts.
curious, isn't it?
But
yeah.
that's
So
Yeah.
really
your
fun that you
channel,
guys.
I really would like, yeah, to really fill out with good children's
Content, yes.
educational
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes.
It's really
Mhm.
fun that you guys thought of that and you came through that sort of hellfire of like all the different stages of getting rejected and the jealousy and the pullbacks and the shutdowns.
Yeah.
And I know that you've grown and learned a lot from that. So it's put you in a really strong position right now to be able to handle this because you come from a wealth of knowledge from personal experience as well. So I'm
Yes,
sure
love
Yana
it.
has a lot of questions for you guys. So I'll let Yana take over now. Yana, you have questions as well. Can you hear me, Yana? Oh, I
She's
don't know if she
smiling.
can hear
Yana
me.
is smiling.
Oh yeah,
I
can
was,
you hear me now?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Now we
yes,
can, yeah.
Can you hear me?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the children's content that you'll be putting on there.
Hmm.
Is my sound okay? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Will it be like you could do like yoga and things like that for children? Is that the
Absolutely.
kind of thing you'd want to put on there?
Absolutely. I mean,
Fantastic.
anything
Yeah.
like our motto is we
Yeah,
have the
because I think
purple
that would
rule.
be really
Be
nice.
good to others
And
so you can be better
meditation,
to other.
sleep things
Anything
for
like that.
children.
Anything like that for
Yeah.
kids, 100%. Yes.
Think how much
Teaching
better
them
off
their
children would be if they
chakras,
had
things
that.
that we want. The thing.
Hello?
Yeah, continue, Yana.
Yeah.
She got
So
it.
it's like everything we would want in schools that is not in schools would be great on the TV.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Actually,
even meditation
Yeah.
for kids as well would be quite good to introduce
Learning
them to
about
that.
our energetic body rather than just the
Yeah.
physical. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you
Yeah,
clearly.
it has a
Okay.
delay, I think,
Okay.
or
Yeah,
something.
have a delay.
Because that's what I want to learn more of as well.
Yeah.
But
It's a
she's-
delay, so we
this
have to
is-
take a pause after we talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is how we work, guys, out there. This is why this is divine, because I actually forgot that I am a trained Kundalini yoga teacher for children. And I didn't make those courses yet that I want to
I
make.
think there might be a bit of a delay. I'm not quite sure.
Like that's how we work. We give each other just ideas and push each other. And Peyton is brilliant at
Awkward.
many things. And yeah, so yoga is growing. That's how we grow.
Yeah. There is definitely, I think everybody else's is fine except for Yana has a delay, right?
Try go in and out, Jana. Try and go in and out, or out and in.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
very late. She's like
There's so
very
much.
Yana, you got a very strong delay. Try and take yourself out and come in again.
Go in and out. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that should help.
Okay.
It'll reset her
Hi, all.
cameras.
We can just go through
Okay.
the comments. Hi, Warren. Hi, Peyton. Oh, that's Peyton. Hi, Peyton.
Hello.
Let's see here. Jens again. Okay, we will have her back. But you can continue. So we could look at that page that you have used to build it up, kind of.
Oh yes, what we're doing right now, because we've gotten like a bottom end. Holly, the creative director, a wonderful, wonderful sister. She is in real life, sister, but she's a wonderful, wonderful creator. What you see on the Forever Free TV site is all her creations, like absolutely. So amazingly, 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 a ton of work. But what we want to do now is say, okay, here's what the platform has. As Yana was saying, yes, we want people to teach about yoga. We want people to teach about many things that would be helpful for young people and children, and also for women and men, for teenagers, every age. That's right now. You want to understand, but you really there's things that you don't understand. Even in the chat, as we're going along. Put some things for us. What would make you excited to come to the Forever Free TV channel?
Right.
What are you looking for? What are you missing in your world when you go to YouTube and you keep looking and you're looking and you're not finding? There are a lot of creators that are sitting around, they're a bit afraid because they think, well, what they're offering is a bit off the wall. But I think people are ready for something else. Like they're tired of the blah 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 blah. So when uh, uh sorry, Arica is showing, that's foreverfreemedia.com. That's the website that we started with. We started there, but as we continued, we found out now we can have Forever Free TV. And that's what we've been working on. It's taken almost 3 years of development to get it to the spot where it is. It's not easy, but now we have it at a spot where now Arica has a channel there, or a playlist, a channel. Is that the word, right word? Channel. And
Channel.
it has, right, our tribe, right? Our, what's the next word? I have too many things in my mind.
Tribal voices.
Our
tribal
tribal,
voices.
right, our tribal voices.
If you put the link to, it's better if you put the link to Forever Free
Forever Free
TV, not
TV,
Rox?
right,
Yeah,
yeah. Now
foreverfreetv.com.
this is our start. Forever Free Media, that's our
I think
start.
I have the link. Let me see in the banner. So it's coming.
Foreverfreetv.com is where
Yeah.
And then,
we
and
put.
then we should just say already now that it's possible to, let me just remove this for a bit, that it's possible for to have it as an app. And the
Oh,
app,
Yes,
of
the
course,
app and
yeah.
on Roku TV. Yeah, go ahead and say the whole thing, Rox, you know.
Yes. Now you're coming to foreverfreetv.com. That's the internet version, which you can use, .com. But we have the app, which is very exciting because Forever Free TV is now available on iPhone and Android. So you can just
Yes.
put in the word, go to your local store, your app store, and put in the number four, Ever Free TV, and it will come up like just like
Mhm.
Holly and I when we first went there, I said, look, Holly, it's just like an app, just like people have apps. We have an app with
I went
notifications
on
and
the app.
stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Somebody saying so. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that Yana?
So
I think so.
I think,
I heard I went on the
I
app.
went on the app,
yeah.
and I've
Oh, you did.
is it yeah. I think I'm still delayed.
Not by that
Yes.
much. It's
And I
better
feel
No,
now.
it's
like I
better.
know. I think I might have
A
told you,
little bit.
Roxy. I'm not sure if I mentioned to you. I know I was going to message you and say I feel like I know all your family, and they're lovely. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Watching your nephew dance, it was
Oh,
lovely, and
Dabby,
hearing your
yeah.
mum and dad
Oh,
speak.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, so we are
Yeah,
going to
it's
be a
nice.
part of all of you guys coming together, but we don't want to be like the Family Drawn fan trop. Like, we have like, here we go, dance and sing, and Holly does a thing. We don't want to do that. We want to say, look, this is possible, and now you guys come along, and that's what Arica was saying. We have a form there that we can make available the link to. And if you are interested in coming and being part of this, because this is one of the first. We get to be a first. Think
Yeah,
about
that's
that. We get to
the
be a
flyer.
first, where AI and creators are working together for the betterment of mankind. We are changing just our conversation right now. We are changing the narrative, and we get to be
Yes.
part of what I would call a movement. Actually, it's one of those kind of things where we get to do something new, something that's never really, I can't really think of it being done before because AI didn't exist. So it's hard for it to have been done. So that's why if you do something and it's a little bit off, everybody can go, well, I've never seen that before because it's new. They can't judge you, they can't ban it because what? It's new. So
Right. They
we
can't
have this,
compare it to something else because
right,
it hasn't been done before. So,
AI and creators working together. And we, as a group together, I always say we are better together. You're fantastic doing what you're doing. But imagine if you and you and you and AI come together, we are going to blow the lid off of this situation. I'm telling you, and that's why I'm so excited. Thank you, Erica, for inviting us today and for
Yes, thank you.
seeing what is possible. Seeing that you're the first creator to be able to say, I'm gonna step in and do something. And I'm going to there was another group with Arca was with, and
Yes.
that didn't work out properly. I mean, just because it didn't work out, Erica wasn't discouraged and just say, okay, just drop all of this. Those things happen in the world. Not all combinations work out 100, but okay. But are we going to give up? Are we going to say, oh, we cannot work together? No, let's find a way forward. And that's what
Right.
I'm excited about with you all. Let's find a way forward. If Holly and I are saying something and you don't understand, because we're from so many different cultures, so many different, the same thing that I, as a Guyanese person, would say, what happened to she? Look at her, blah, 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 blah. We're going off like that, which I can't do really because I have a terrible Guyanese accent. But you know what I mean, right? And you may be saying something in English and in Denmark it may mean something totally different. Let's find ways to make this
Yes, you
different.
keep moving.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, so
And
that form that Arca is talking about, it will be available. So just hang tight if you want to be a part of this epic movement. Please, please, please don't wait, because you know what happens. The beginning, fresh snow. Yeah, when it's this time is the time of that heroes are made of. That interesting things can happen when it's right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I have to say.
and, and I just want to add
Yes.
to that is also for content that was made last year. It's like we are all having channels with interesting stuff on.
Yes.
I today a video popped up on my YouTube. I didn't even know I had it. It was a trip in Portugal with
So
7
Roxy
horses.
and Holly,
Oh,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're cutting. Okay.
Was
I don't know.
Arca?
Both of you are talking at the same time. So
Yeah,
Arca?
I can tell you. So content from
So is this
uh,
form how they contact you?
Oh, I think we're
we're
having
having
a
a
delay
delay
problem
from
again. Yeah.
yeah.
Now,
Whoa, that's a huge
now
delay.
Peyton seems delayed.
Yeah.
Hello? Is everybody there?
I'm here still, but I don't want
Okay,
So
to.
yeah, I
Roxy
can
and
hear. Okay.
Holly,
Oh.
is this the way that you're contacted to? Oh, is it? Oh, there's a delay because no one's
Yeah.
talking with me. Sorry.
Let Peyton go.
Okay. Okay, Erica, what were you were talking you were saying something.
And then we'll go to Peyton
Yes,
after you.
like all content that people have
Yeah, I can hear. I
stored
don't know when to
on
speak now because
their.
when I think you guys aren't speaking. All right, I was asking, well, if a creator hears about your services, how do they reach you? How do they make contact?
Right. So Arca is we're going to put that form
Oh, right.
available, and that will be, you'll
Okay,
see
cool.
everything on that form, everything that you need to know. And then it's a Google form. You just type
Devices.
it in on the computer. And we also have
On their devices, on their computers. She's forgotten, has she?
What's going on? What is going on? Okay.
On another call.
Oh my goodness.
we're all in different wave streams.
Okay, but I think Arca, me, and you are okay.
Yeah.
Yes, something's going on for sure. Yeah.
Right. Okay. But
It is quite
Peyton,
unusual.
That's England, I guess. Europe, the European connection there. The two of you
Well, the
in your
email is
own.
down here in the bottom, so you can email Roxy and Holly
Does the
Okay.
for
rest
that
of us having a
Okay.
delay, is it? Oh dear.
Okay.
form.
So the
So
email is there.
yeah. So
Yes.
what I was trying
Yeah.
to say before is
Um,
that I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute her because that's like really annoying. Um, so
Okay. Yeah.
sorry, I
So.
muted you, Peyton. I need to say this. So what I want to say is that also older content that people have on on their YouTubes or whatever they have done of small
Mhm.
documentaries of whatever you can see can fit into this channel. That is, you can just bring that on. It doesn't need to be something made yesterday, or it can be really important things that you have made in the past.
Hmm.
No,
Mhm. Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Think of Netflix idea, like because you're taking we're taking different ideas and we're kind of mushing it together. So some of it would be like a Netflix idea. If you have a whole movie that you have made, and wouldn't that be great? Or and then you combine it with YouTube, where you can the technology is there. You can have live events. You can have a pay-per-view event. Imagine all of the content creators that are the conscious content creators. You can have an online paid where you call in different leaders and you can have a pay-per-view event. There's
Hmm.
all kinds of technologies that are available. Holly's also been looking at taking some of the old books, and so you can have an audio. There's audio available on the Roku version and on the app version. You can have, now you can take it with you, podcast. Like there's so many things.
and
If we
music.
And
and
music. Yes, I
music,
was gonna say
exactly.
Should
on
we?
the on Roku TV and on the app, there is a audio section. So there's audio. Right now it has audio books, and it has a collection of music that I've made, but just instrumental musics that I've made, island vibes, bossa vibes, groovy vibes. But you can now put the music in the and it's in the audio section. So that's on. You can get that on Roku TV, and you can get that on the app. It doesn't show on
.com.
foreverfreetv.com. It's
Mhm.
not there yet, but it's on the app and it's on Roku TV. So as well as everything else, you can do audio.
Right.
So
And
if
so that's
Mary,
something that
But
Arica had talked about. She wants to produce an album and things like that. She's working with Spotify. So Forever Free TV can be another spot where people can begin to develop the gifts. And you're combining. It's great if it's just your voice and you're doing it just that pureness of humanness. But also, Arica has created, Holly has the lyrics that are totally hers from all the time that she's been wandering around doing music. And then she's combined it with AI. And then when you do that kind of stuff, like those videos you will see Holly has created, Hope Begins in the Dark, I get to sometimes poke in and say, so Holly, how did you do that? It's not nearly easy. It's not nearly like, oh, AI, can you just make me this? You have to
no, it
really
doesn't work like
learn,
that.
but you
yes,
can learn, you can
Yes.
understand. And part of being part of this family, whilst we're talking about different things that are coming in, Forever Free Friends is a community that's going to be connected to this. And we're going to have educational part of Forever Free Friends where you can learn, and we're trying a lot of it to be free, but we have to make sure that the people that put the effort in are also covered. So all of this is going to work together, because you know what's wonderful about all of this? Once we put a whole bunch of people with only a teeny bits and this and that, it always will become two times two times two times two times two over a billion. And it
I
always
mean,
will. It
I
will
cannot
always
believe
work like that.
just what happened in the last 3 days. I just told you guys how like Peyton helped me to get my WhatsApp into a business and my suddenly I got my Shopify and my Etsy and my website and all connected that just been lying there for months because we're lifting each other up.
It's
Yes.
fantastic.
And that can also just be encouragement that somebody believe in you, like Yana, that is there just giving that, beautiful backup. Really, Yana, you need that, own that.
But you guys, you support me so much, even with the technical stuff.
All of us. All of us.
Are we all okay now, or are we still all delay? Is there still delay?
Tell me, am I speaking in time with what
Yes,
just happened?
yes, 100%. Yay!
I'm back in the room.
We phased in. Everybody is phased in. Okay,
Ah,
fantastic.
awesome.
Do you want to
Yes.
hear that song help so people can get a little, they can go and make a little coffee, or we can hear.
Oh,
is
the
it
hope begins in the dark.
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah, sure. You can play that.
Let me see. Is that the one I call Hope? Let me see. A
Yeah,
message
it's
for the
Hope
first
Begins
one
in the
is
Dark.
not-
And if you have your candle and all that stuff, I have my purple candle. Can you see it?
It's hope
I'm-
begins in the dark.
I'm
It's
I'm so excited about this song, and I get a purple candle. I get to light it. Shut up,
wait a
Holly,
minute.
don't
I
laugh.
don't have my candle.
Pink
Well,
candle.
that's on you.
I
Just a
haven't got my candle today
You have
either.
to be ready for this.
Does pink candle go? I have
Peter's
to be
got a
sure
light.
which one.
She's
Which
shining
one
a
is
light.
it?
Okay.
Roxy, is it the one we call
Pretend I
Hope?
have one.
Is it the one we call Hope or the one we call a
Yes,
message for the
Hope.
fearless one?
Hope.
Oh.
Hope.
Hope. This is
Okay,
Hope
here
Begins
we
in the Dark
go.
with the candle.
Hope.
The steady heart keeps time so slow, waiting for the light to show. Every piece will find its place under stars and endless grace. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through. A tiny spark, the patient heart, so calm and wise, waits for dawn to paint the skies. In stillness, strength begins to grow, like rivers moving deep below, and hope rises strong and true as the dawn wakes life anew. Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through. A tiny spark, the patient heart, so calm and wise, waits for dawn to paint the sky. So trust the way, don't fear the night. Your soul will shine, your wings take flight in the stillness. Dreams ignite, morning comes with golden light. Morning comes with golden Hope begins in the dark as light breaks through. A tiny spark, the
Yeah. That's so beautiful because I didn't have a TV. I told like Roxy the other day, I cannot find out the TV. I like the app because I didn't have a TV for
Oh,
so
okay. The
many,
Roku, the Roku TV, yeah.
and I can't. The reason I couldn't have a TV when my children were small was what came out of it. I just could not listen to it. I could not watch it. It made me really ill,
Mm-hmm.
seriously ill to listen to. So wow, that's a nice change. I can go and put that song on. Actually, I listened to it many times, and it give me like chills, like
Oh,
down. Like, and we are the same, Holly. So I was introduced to the AI music just some, I don't know. Oh, that was at my birthday actually.
uh-huh.
My daughter's friend had created me a song
Mm-hmm.
in Suno, and I knew it was like a gangster. You don't know you're the queen, even like, like I was like, how did you make this? That's amazing! Wow,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. And she was like sending me the link, and then I just started going, oh my god, I have had so many musician friends in my life that
Mm-hmm.
I have lifted, believed in. Come, you can do it. Saying, no, I
Mm-hmm.
like this better. Maybe you change this. So in a way I was helping producing it, but I'm not a musician. So now
Right.
it's me just choosing. It's like painting. I can paint. So like people say, oh, but did you make this in AI? Yeah, but I could spend a year painting it if you want because I can paint, but I don't want
Right.
to
Right.
because I can make it in a second.
Exactly.
And I can now express myself, write the lyrics, find my kind of tone or beat, and
Mm-hmm.
what do I want to express, and it's a long creative process. So the people who say, oh, but you did the AI, I'm so sorry to say to you that it's just because you didn't open yourself up yet.
Right.
And it
Because
helps to
yeah,
open the creativity to the maximum. I'm not scared
yes,
of AI at all. I'm in love with it, really.
absolutely. Because
Yes,
we do I mean, all of our lives, we have a musical background. My sister plays the keyboards, my brother plays drums, bass. I sing. Like we dance, we all have musical backgrounds. But when you try to go to a studio, we've gone into the studio and recorded live and all that kind of stuff. But the amount of hours and years in a year sometimes before to get one song, not even an album, just a song, to get your musicians in, to get the studio time, the amount of money it costs for the studio, it's just compared to now. Yes, you're doing it is taking away from, in a sense, you musicians, actually, all of that coming in. And but think of how much you can get done, like all the ideas that are inside of you, you can get them done so much quicker with the aid of AI. But it's, and you can do both, you don't have to do
and
one
it's
or the other,
program,
it is
and
so
it's
you're
great.
not getting rid of all things that are live and musicians and all that. You're just adding another aspect to it to make it better. That's my opinion on it. You can bring your lyrics to Suno. You don't have to just use Chat GPT. You're bringing your own lyrics. Take it over to Suno, which is the one I use the most, Suno, for music. And now you have a band. You can create a band with your song, tune it the way you'd like. It's fantastic.
It
Then take
is.
it over and make your video. So
Right,
it's the best of all of it. It's great.
right,
There's room for
and
everyone in all the different genres because this is a new aspect of creating, creating
Mhm.
film, creating music,
hmm,
creating all sorts of creative thoughts. Yes.
Mhm.
So
hmm,
I think everyone who is going to gravitate to your style will, and those who would like a different style will. So I don't think that there's
Absolutely.
going to be a conflict at all. It's just, it's a preference of what people would like. And I think it would be quite a,
Absolutely.
it's just another choice to have with what you like. Because Erika, her music is beautiful, and there's a lot of credit to be given there with her music because there's a lot of work that actually goes into it. It's not just AI and you press a button and everything.
Absolutely
There's
not.
still quite a lot of human creativity that goes into it as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah.
So there is an
Yeah.
appreciation for it. There's space for it, and
Yes.
I think we should just learn to respect everyone's craft and not try to
Yes.
compare it against each other because they're different and they're coming up with different
Right.
Absolutely.
designs, and we
That's
just need to
Absolutely.
enjoy it
fantastic.
for what it is. Yeah, and thank you guys for your contribution because you're at the forefront of something that is quite new and fresh and exciting to see where it will go and who will get on board and what's next and what's your
Yes.
programming like. And yeah, it's very exciting times, and it's great to see Erica's work featured on it as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
And
I'm
for
gonna
her to
sit in
take that.
a I'm gonna sit in a meeting with the Danish. It's called Coda, where you register your music. They are having a meeting just one of these days about this new AI music and how we, because it's really the real musicians that it's painful for because they feel we come and take something from them. So so that's so interesting that I want to be in that chat and I just to promote myself, my
Right.
first song is gonna come out in 2 days. I mean, I made many songs, but this one is the first one that is coming out worldwide. I had to
Hmm.
pay for that, you know, like,
Hmm.
but that is things that people have to just learn. So it's coming out worldwide on Spotify, on iTunes, on 26 platforms on the
Wow.
13th in 2 days. And it was Peyton who chose it between 26 songs, I think. And I was not going to choose that one to be my first one, but I feel so blessed that it's going to be that one. Put please everybody like a number one out here if you want to hear it before we finish this show, before everybody else in 2 days. I'm so excited for that. Yeah, and I would love to just help people do that.
Yeah.
Um, and have these educational programs in there because I
Hmm.
use
Mm.
3 programs for all of that. I think ChatGPT, Suno, and Canva for everything, and I
That's
can
what you
teach.
use.
Like people like,
Mhm.
can you do this for me? Can you do? No, I can teach you how to do it because I cannot
Exactly.
do that for all the world, but I can teach you how to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm. And that's one of the things that coming together, having the platforms like Forever Free Friends that has will have an education part of it aspect, and you'll be able to set this is how much I think my time is worth, and people will be able to pay you. And we what we'll do, we'll be a platform, like that's the hard things. Like when I was doing this, like 2005 and all of that, before all of this happened, I kept saying, isn't there anybody else that I could just, they have something that I could start with that I don't have to start everything myself? Yes, but it was way too out of my price range, or it was way too constricted, like you can only do this and this. And so I ended up learning a lot of different things because I
Yeah.
said, okay, even if I'm going to have to do this slowly, fine. I'm going to learn Joomla. I'm going to learn WordPress.org. I'm going to find out what a multi site is. And I just kept on pounding it out. And that's sometimes it's not cute. Your website, your thing might not look that special, but you know what? When the money comes in, you don't have to give 30, 40, 50, 80% of it away. Your $10 is probably $9.50 yours. You got to
Right.
just think about it. It's not our everything on our website. Maybe it doesn't go as fast as YouTube. It doesn't just shine and glitz. Yeah, but nobody's going to cancel you. After
Right.
your 5,000 words you put in all of that time, nobody's just going to take you right off. If you follow the simple things, be good to yourself, be better to others, we'll find a way. We might say, well, that is slightly, we might talk about it, we might have conversations, but we're not going to ever do that kind of cancel thing. That's not the reality from which we have ever existed. Ever, right, Holly? She will
No, no,
attest to it. We've never. And
no,
you'll
no.
meet my mom and dad. But actually, this is be a plug for Sunday. Holly and I are going to have a show called Spice It Up, which is a variety show. I don't know what happened to everything became podcasts, and that's all cute and everything. But what happened to variety shows where you do many different ribbly things in an hour. Like, you can do different things. We don't have to just talk to each other like this. We can cook things,
I was
we
just going to
can,
say that cooking shows, there's
right. We
Yeah.
could
so
do,
much. Yeah.
there used
Yeah.
to be other things until we got so stifled. But now what we're doing, well, ours is going to be called Spice It Up. And on Father's Day, which is on Sunday, for us at least in Canada, I'm inviting my dad, who is his formal name is Pastor Steve, is what everybody used to call him. And he is quite an interesting person. He's 84 years old. And he's quite interesting because the other day he was up like about 10 or 20 feet up doing something, creating a swing, or he'll get up and, cut down the tree branches with a saw that's, he kind of does incredible things because he's
He
Guyanese and
does incredible things for a
yeah,
40-year-old, much less than
right.
83-year-old. Like
So,
you can't predict where he's on the roof,
right.
and
Going dad,
he
he's
just
really
doesn't
paying
stop
attention.
going. Yeah.
Right. So I want to talk to him because he is a by the book, from cover to cover, Genesis to Revelations. I used to think King James was one of the disciples kind of person. And so he has his own take on things, but I want to bring him along with me for my take on things. And what I want us to understand is everybody is different, but we can love each other. We can disagree, and we can still love each other and find places where he knows that we need for young people and children to have a place, what Forever Free can do. I know that he can help in the area he can. So together, I told him, why don't we come together for Father's Day and talk to these everyone and see what we can do to together make Forever Free TV a place where two tells two helps two, and together we form. Who knows? Who knows what happens when I take my bits, I take my $2, you take your $2. We're not fussing with each other. We're working together. Who knows? It's an
I
amazing
think it's,
situation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
sorry, I think
Go
it's a
ahead.
really nice space as well, your TV channel, for children as well to be creative. And
Yes,
because,
absolutely.
I've got a son and he's talking, he would love a channel. That's what he keeps saying. He's too young at the minute, but he would love to do his own channel.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Wow.
So if there's a
Awesome.
place for children to create and act and,
It's
you
super
know,
cool.
do
Yes,
something,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
That would
for
be
other
so
children to
interesting.
interact. Yeah,
Oh, that's such a good idea.
yeah.
That is such a good idea.
Well, there
I
used to
love
be a
that.
show when we were little called Tiny Talent Time. Probably nobody knows about it. When we were little, and I just wanted to be on
All
it
we wanted to be
so
on it. So
bad. I wanted to be on Tiny Talent Time so bad because they would bring in local kids that dance and sing, and they just get to perform, no competition, nothing like that. You just get to go on and sing, and you'd say I'm from wherever, and do your little song and dance and your tap dancing. I was into tap
yeah.
dancing. I really wanted to,
Mm.
but never got on the show. But
But the
it would
thing,
be great to have that kind of stuff going on the channel. Go ahead.
that's it. And when we think about when we wanted to go on a show when we were children, I
Yeah.
mean, now I know what I know, I wouldn't feel safe.
Right.
With your
Yeah.
channel, I would feel safe having
Yes.
a group of children that wanted to put a show together to put on your channel. It would,
Wouldn't that
it's a
be
safe
interesting?
place.
That would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even if it's a game show,
It
you
doesn't
know,
matter.
a
Yeah.
game, children doing a game show. I,
Absolutely.
I think that
They
would
sit
really
and
work
watch each
well.
other for hours. They sit and watch each other on YouTube play a game. So
That,
they're
Yes.
this
just
is,
watching
Yes.
yeah,
somebody else
which
play.
is mind-boggling. It's like, why are you watching other children play when you could be playing?
I
So
could ask
if
my
they can
sons that.
play
Yeah.
themselves and put it on a
Yeah.
channel, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
That would be
fantastic. These are
fantastic.
Mm.
all great ideas, and they're being sealed in on this day, on this June of the full moon, and all of this stuff. all of this is just going into reality, because Arika's video she sent me said, it's what you say, what people hear, what they see is what the reality becomes. So as we're
Right.
saying these things right today, just expect them to start happening. That's
Happening.
all
Yeah.
it takes. Can you imagine just a group of people coming together and saying, yeah, why can't kids have their own and this and that? Watch and see how
Game
it just
shows.
starts
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
become a reality. And as
Self-fulfilling
adults,
prophecies. Yes.
yes, on a
Yes.
good way. Just that they're
Absolutely.
doing it for the negative. What we have to do right now, we're doing is taking back the narrative. Nobody
Yes.
said that we had to give it up, but we felt intimidated. We felt when somebody mocked us and stuff, we took it personally, because you can sort of
Yeah.
feel bad when somebody keeps saying you're a blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But after a while, and Holly and I keep looking up and said, are we really what they just said, Holly? And Holly looks at me and says, no, you still look like Roxanne, Roxanne. And then we said, okay, you pack up yourself, you cry. It's not, we're saying that that's not terrible. It's terrible when you're 13 or 14 and people say terrible things and just stare at you like, God told me to tell you this. It's terrible.
Hmm.
But because at least in my world, Holly was there to say, look, Roxanne, we can either sit here, you can keep crying, or you can just get up and let's go. And when I had to learn
Let's
how to
do
praise
something
dance,
else.
I had to learn how to, me, Roxanne, from Canada, I learned how to praise dance. Do
Yes.
you even know what that is? I didn't know what it was. So when we got to South Florida,
That's a
and
big thing in South Florida is
yeah,
praise dance, which
What is
is
that?
it's okay. You take the music, say the same song, Hope Begins in the Dark.
mhm,
And the music is playing in the background and you are performing,
you are
you're
the
dancing.
dancer
You
with
are the dance.
flags
I don't
and
it's a very interesting concept because I hadn't really heard of it. I think in Canada they call it something else and
Is
lyrical
that
dancing.
expressive
lyrical
dancing?
dancing, lyrical,
Okay.
a kind
Mm.
of a thing. But in the South, it's a more powerful idea. So there's literally people that are ballet dancers and jazz and whatever. But when they do it for the church, it's usually a gospel song. You can actually have a live choir, but it's usually a piece of music, and you kind of dance it out.
It's
The song. So you have costumes,
Okay.
you have flags,
yeah,
you have streamers.
it's a whole
It's
production, like kind of like a Broadway kind of production-y kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it can get really a lot. Like I thought it was like when we first got there, it's like, I'm not doing this. Right. Because we had a friend who started up with the kids and it was with the kids that we did it mostly, the younger people. And he said, I would like you to learn it, like learn how to do this dancing or whatever and be part of it. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, because it was just so I don't know what the word is. It was like it's just no. I like
I
dancing,
know
but
what
I'm
the
not
word is
gonna.
for me is I can't dance. That was the
Well,
word for me.
Roxanne is a can't dance thing. Me, it was more like I don't know. I couldn't have thought to just take Christian music and just how is this a thing? That's at first until I actually saw this one guy in particular. When I saw him dance to a piece of music, gospel music or whatever, and the power. Now you take the song and then you add the dance to it. I was like, okay, we can do this. And we started from there. And what it was is we created a dance store because I didn't like the costumes. I didn't like the clothing they were wearing. It was cumbersome and heavy and you're in Florida and it's hot. And I said, no, I'm not dancing in that. If I'm going to do this, and as usual, we couldn't find what we wanted and blah, blah, blah. And as usual, it came down to, well, he turned to me one day and he said, well, if you're fussing about it and complaining, make your own. Right. And I was like, you know what? He's slapping me in the face with this, but he's true. He's absolutely right. If I'm going to complain about it, then I'm going to have to find a way to make my own. And that's exactly what we did until we had a store where even when I came back to Canada, people were still ordering all around the world from the store, garments that we created. So we did that for like 13 years. We had an online store, made the garments, people bought, we danced in them, performed
Holly's
all over
saying it. Wait
Florida.
1 second. She always brushes over this part. Holly doesn't sew. And yet, I'm the one that used to sew a few little things. And yet, one day, she came out of her bedroom after this guy had told her, well, make your own, fluttering around the room in this beautiful garment. And I'm like, Holly, where did you get that? She said, well, I sewed it. So I said, you what? You can't, you don't sew? You can maybe
No.
put
I don't
elastic
even
around
like
something.
sewing. I got to be honest, it's not the thing. It's not a thing. I did it for 13 years and every day, and I made some really beautiful garments. And even now Roxanne will say, "Well, why can't we just sew some ply?" I'm like, "I'm not sewing. I'm not doing that. Not right now, no." Cuz I don't actually like it. I love how the stuff looks, and I can't believe sometimes that I made it, but no, it's not like a thing that, but it was a necessity. So for me, I'm a creative person. And so if you point me in a direction and a necessity, something has to happen, I'm going to find a way, a creative way. And it's usually my own way. It's not like something I can necessarily, it's like anybody else's. It's my own way of doing it. I will go ahead and do it. If I know this is the right thing to do right now, I will find a way to do it. And Roxanne's like that. We will find a way to get this message out of goodness, of love, of joy, of peace, of you can have a better life than what's going on this planet right now. We
Absolutely.
will find a way to
The
get
young
this
people
message out.
deserve it. I have
Yeah.
24-year-old nephews, Holly's sons, and I
Yes.
promised myself when they were born, I would be the best auntie in the world. I don't have children of my own. I have that my nephews and from my brothers have sons as well. We have a lot of sons. And I
Yes.
said, they are not going to, this 24-year-old young men, now they're young men. This society, what's going on? And now AI has come, they coming out of university and whatever, and their whole job world is shifting, and everybody's looking at them and saying, well, maybe there'll be a few years of troubles. A few years, if you tell that to
Yeah.
somebody that's 20 years old, that means their whole 20s is going to be filled with a few years of trauma after they spent 4 or 5 years in university getting a degree that now AI has swallowed up. Hello, we can't just let this just happen and then not, oh, well, we, as the age that we are, even in this reality that we're talking about here, we have tools. We can't just leave it to them. Yes, they have maybe technical things, but we have age, we have maturity, we have
Wisdom.
wisdom, right? Let's take this, combine it with the tools, and let's make something better. Better,
Right.
better, always going for the better. Not that everything is not good, because some things are not good right now. But my nephews deserve the best reality. And since you all have nephews and nieces, and you would like to join us, I would hope, in having children that have a better reality than we came up with, that
Yeah.
sacrifices we've made, all of this talking, all of this coming together, really 100%. I came to know each of you really because of the children.
The
I've been
children. Yeah.
poking around looking for people who want to see children that have phenomenal futures. They're amazing children. That's why we did the praise dance, because we found that in South Florida, people would rather, they were great at doing dancing, but if you sit them down, they just got bored. So it was easier to go, come on, and wow, praise, wow, this is fantastic, and get all the messaging in while you move. There are
Right.
many ways, many
Yes.
ways. So as we continue on, and I'll say to the side, because this is one of my proudest things, I became a praise dance model. So if
Yes.
you go on
She
Google
did.
and you look under some kinds of the praise dance things, you'll see me there. I
Yeah, she's
became
modeling. She was
a
the model for
model of
most of the
praise.
praise dance garments, and we had a lot of
So
garments.
I'm just putting
Roxanne
that to the
was the
side. That has
model.
nothing to do with anything. But
There's
that
a
was one of the
comment here.
hardest things I've ever done in
Oh
my
wait,
life, learning
there's
to
a
There's
dance.
a
comment,
comment here.
Rox.
You need to do a fashion show wearing the
Ah,
same.
no. Whoa.
No, okay. We'll leave that for the young ones. We'll like, because now we're going to do it properly and have funding that comes not from the big guys, funding from us coming together. And what we can do is help the children and the young people do fashion shows. Why can't we have that on our channel?
That would
Can't
be
we have young
fantastic.
designers who create stuff and then model them and put
Absolutely.
them? Why can't we do that? We
Safe
can.
environment. Yes.
We can.
Well, so
Yeah.
we're gonna work together with you guys, and thank you so much for having had us. We've wow, we're still going, and you guys are still listening, and I hope that
Yeah, and I have a
people are
question. I
still
have
commenting.
questions.
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
Go ahead.
I have questions. Does the site that you have, your Forever TV, does it also facilitate people who want to advertise?
Yes.
Okay, so
Advertisement.
someone
Roxanne,
could
you'd have
have.
to explain it a little bit.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, so right now, as we're starting, no advertisers would really have wanted to come with nothing. So now, as you guys are coming and showing up and saying, I want to do this and that, now the advertisers, what we want to do is have advertisers that go align their ideas with you all. We get to choose, not the advertisers choose for us. We choose the advertisers that will be everybody has to follow the purple rule.
Purple
Be
rule.
good to yourself. If the things you're selling are going to make us sick, we don't
We're
want
not
it.
gonna advert.
It's the
It's like
things.
a flat out. It doesn't matter because, like Roxanne will tell you. I don't know if she's told you, but I don't care. Like I literally, if you come at me with anything that I don't think is good or decent or wholesome or something beneficial for, especially for children, I don't care if you're the king, the queen. I don't care. And that's why I was very happy to do Forever Free TV because I get to not care what another person necessarily thinks about the situation. I get to do what
The
we
right
think
thing.
it follows the purple rule. And I remember a day, I was like 3 years ago, I said to Roxanne, I love the golden rule and I think it's great, but this other one thought keeps coming to me and it just keeps coming as the purple rule, which in the purple rule, the first premise of the purple rule is to be good to yourself because I think a lot of times people don't treat themselves with kindness. They don't respect themselves. They don't do like they don't love themselves enough. So I said I think what the purple rules should be is you're good to yourself so you can be better to others, because if you're not good to yourself, how can you help others? How can you be beneficial to others? So in putting that at the front of everything we do, if you do not follow that, that is like our one rule. If you can't follow that, I don't care. Like you're not gonna work. We're not gonna work with you. You can work. We're not denying anything that you're doing or telling you that you're wrong, but that's just our bottom line. That's where we draw our line in the sand. If you come here, it's for the benefit of the children. Good, kind, nice. It doesn't mean you don't say a swear word here or there. I'm not talking about goody two shoes. I'm just talking about being good to other people. And most people know what the word good means. We've gotten away from using just your basic words. It's all these other highfalutin words. Like I think of gaslighting as lying. Basically, you're lying. You're BSing people. They say gaslighting. Okay. Well, I think the basic words be nice, be kind, be good. People know, your spirit knows exactly what that means. And so those are the basic ones we use when we talk to the adults and when I'm doing kids things. It's be nice, be kind, be good. Do you know what that means? And so the advertisers that come on or anybody that comes on the channel, you're going to find that is the air, that's the atmosphere. The frequency we're setting up is be nice, be kind, be good. No judgmental, no canceling. If you don't like something, don't watch it. Move on to something else.
And
It's gonna
speaking
go
of
ahead.
spirit,
hmm
the purple rule can be likened to your violet chakra, your third eye chakra. So
Right.
it's quite it's quite a good correlation because you're
Hmm.
getting a pure vision, a vision of good consciousness, of purity, of
Right.
decency coming from it. So it's quite a good vibration, good frequency, calling it the purple rule as well.
Absolutely. That's
Right.
fantastic. Because
Purple kind of floated in, right?
a lot of
Yeah, the
times
third
ideas
eye,
come
the
and I
fire.
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I didn't even,
yeah,
now you're telling me I had no idea when we created the
yeah.
purple rule or whatever. It just came as the right thing.
Hmm.
And so I said it, but now you put that to it. It's
Hmm.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Makes
it makes
sense.
it more special because
Yeah.
it's, it's kind of, it ties into your spirituality and drive that you have to have such a decent sight for people. It really gives that authentism to it.
Awesome.
Yes, and that when you're talking about the purple thing, that kind of slid into our reality as well. I used to be like red, 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 and then we had purple lipstick, and then purple started to be something that I would look for, and I
Trendy.
started to say, why is it so difficult to find purple clothing? And I actually started to research it and found out that it was only royalty in the olden days that was allowed to wear purple, and that if common people wore it, you could be end up in jail or
Mm.
punished very harshly if you put on purple, because purple has a kind of energy and of what spiritual awareness
Mhm.
and all of this royalty is a thing. All of these things are just not stories and stuff at a whole other
That's
level.
really
It's
interesting.
And you
real.
Yeah.
see, red is the root chakra. Red is us here in this three-dimensional experience. So it ties
Mhm.
us to the earthly expression, the earthly experience. So
Mhm.
wearing red, when you wear red, it's like a vibrational color. You feel dynamic, you feel strong, you feel vibrational.
Mhm.
But
And that's the
purple,
truth.
now,
Yeah.
but purple now you bring it into sort of a spiritual aspect where you're beyond, you're almost like beyond the earthly stuff and you're thinking a little bit more with your higher mind. So it's
Mhm.
quite a good consciousness that you're bringing through, calling it the purple rule, and
Mhm.
however
Yeah.
else you put purple in, because it's showing that you're thinking with a higher consciousness, higher mind, and you're drawing in higher vibrations as well.
Absolutely. That's
Exactly right. So
fantastic.
that's why
Yeah.
when you see the symbol, there's blue and the red, and you bring it together and you come to that purple. So we're not saying that you don't have the practical. You're not saying that you're just floating around, that light love floating. My sign is May 11th is a Taurus. So I have all of that floaty stuff is wonderful, but I'm a practical. I want practical spirituality. So when it comes down to it, you have to be able to land it somewhere, but you have to have the combination
And
working
that's good,
together.
Roxy, because now that you drew my attention that it's blue, because
Mhm.
these glasses could make you see a different color sometimes. So I'm
Mhm.
seeing everything more purple. But now that you told me it's blue,
Hmm.
blue is your throat chakra, which you
Mhm.
have a TV. So it's expressing
Wow,
vocally
look
things
at
that
that.
Wow.
would be how you speak and present as well. So if you
Mhm.
wore blue, it kind of channels that ability to speak more fluently and expressing yourself nicely, where you can be understood and taken in a better way. But you've
Mhm.
combined three really powerful colors together. So you've connected your root chakra, which is our three-dimensional experience and our expression, because we're grounded here. We're not living up there yet. We're still
Mhm.
here. And then you have the expression of a higher thought, but then in the middle you bring it together with your words, with the consciousness of being able to speak and express yourself through form of song, art, acting, whatever. So those three combined is like a powerhouse right there. And you created it out of your inspiration and insight,
Yeah.
and you had no idea.
This is Holly's and mine. What do you call these things? Vision
Dream
board.
vision board.
Right. This
Vision
is Holly and
board.
Mai's idea of a vision board. And there's the blue, and there is the purple, and there's the red. And that's what we use.
Hmm. So you
That's
That
put
was
been
in
up
both
on the
both
20,
wall for the
together.
last 3 years.
Yeah.
yeah,
And we said,
2022, I think
yeah,
you put it.
2022, we put together
Yeah.
our vision board. So what we're
Nice.
saying is that it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to have a vision board in technicolors. People's vision are like, what is that? She said the person will say, it's my vision board. But this,
Wow.
I said to Holly, this was our vision board. It's
Yeah, I didn't
kind
even
of
think
ripping
of it that
apart
way,
right
but
now,
yeah.
but
But how
it
interesting
it
what you
And
just
came
said,
now,
Quentin,
together.
without even
when we talk
knowing.
about the, oh,
Wait,
sorry, Yana. What did Yana
No,
say?
no, sorry. No,
yeah,
go,
go
go
ahead,
on.
Yana.
Sorry. No,
No,
I
go
was just
ahead.
saying how interesting that is. You've put them colours together without really, you've put thought into it, but without realizing that you've got the
We made
chakras
it purple
there.
in the middle because red and blue,
You
purple
make
is the color.
stable.
That's
Yes,
Yeah.
why.
well, yeah.
And I think
But
it's also so interesting because that is kind in the political way. It's the left and the right parties that is
Oh,
so.
Oh,
see,
It
that's
that's
is
true.
another
also
spot.
That's
the
true.
and it's also the left and the right brain. So when you put that together, is when you channel. And
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
yeah,
This is getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah, I did. Never thought of all of that, but that's absolutely true.
yeah.
That's
It's
great.
come authentic from you guys, you see,
Yeah,
because we all have connections to certain information, and we
yeah,
either do it consciously or unconsciously, the good,
yeah,
the bad, and the ugly. We do it all consciously or unconsciously, and this
yeah,
was an unconscious effort between you and your sister to create
yeah.
something amazing, and learning the extra details about it, I'm sure is making you feel much more amazing about it as well, and more confident
Well, I
with
remember
what
I
you've
have to
done.
give credit to one more thing. I have to give credit to my brother Philip. I have a
Mm-hmm.
younger, we have other people in our family that are not as public facing right now. But my
Mm-hmm.
brother Philip is the one that one day he's always doing all of these esoteric, but he uses math, sacred
Right.
geometry stuff. And
Mhm,
he
mhm.
showed me this drawing and it had the purple and I mean it had the red circle and and then the purple in the middle and the blue. He understood probably all the stuff you're saying, but I just thought, oh, this would probably be a good logo. So
And he probably understands it, and it with more
right.
knowledge than what I've just
Yeah,
given to
yeah,
you,
yeah.
Right.
He does
right?
that with
So
that. Yeah.
yeah, so pretty good.
I'm a vibe person. So I don't do a lot of techie. I mean, not techie, but the actual writing up sacred geometry. Is that what it is?
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't think of it. I don't think in terms like that. I go a vibe. Like I
Mhm.
will get a vibe. It's a frequency, or it's like that will work because it just vibes right. So I
Well,
will
that's
pick
what
some.
the geometry
But
is. Yes,
yeah,
that's what
I
the
just
geometry is. The
yes,
vibe. It's a frequency that's being put out. Be it you can
right.
read it, if you're literate to it or not, you're still getting the frequency coming
Yeah,
towards you. So
so that's
you got a
most of the
good
things we
vibe.
do.
Yeah.
I do is like that, like it, it vibes. And so the picture, or if I'm creating something like the videos or whatever, it's like there's a feeling. People call it a feeling, a vibe, whatever vibration, and I pull them together, kind of thing, like, and then mold it into like sometimes there it comes out like a garment, and I make these garments, or sometimes it's the video and I make the video, but it's like pulling the frequencies from where they are and like bringing them together, and
Mhm.
that's
And
that's how I operate.
And one of the things I think that we have missed in not being able to come together like how we are doing today is the frequencies that happen when there are five different sorts of people. And I could
Exactly.
learn why we did what we did from Peyton, and I could
Right.
hear what Erica says, and I can hear about the children from Yana, and so I can go away from this, and I've been benefited by being a guest here from you guys because I
Right.
now understand why some of the things. Because when Holly and I are sitting there going, Holly, have we gone way over too far this time? Like, is anybody going to understand what we're talking about? Because I don't even really understand why we feel to do this. But then when we come, we can have validation, say, oh, okay.
Right.
When 3 years
Absolutely.
ago we did this, Holly, it was a good thought, and
Yeah.
it is something that the consciousness that is going to be, maybe it wasn't even fully formed in 2023, 2022 when it came together, but now you guys are able to add to it, and we can also take it, and other people will be able to benefit. Because what happens, I think, I just wanted for us to remember that when the idea comes, more than likely you're going to be by yourself somewhere, or maybe it's only one or two people, and it may not seem at that moment the most popular, the most exciting. You may down your own self for an idea that if you would let it bake in the oven for a bit, keep thinking about it. Look, this paper is so ribbled up that if I take it, I put it on another piece of paper because It's so thin from being on the wall. It's will literally blow away. But the 3 years of hard work, I took it down yesterday. I said, Holly, I think this needs to come down off the wall now. But it is, if you think about it, how could this turn into all of this, turn into all these people talking about, turn into what is going to just be in front of us? Just because Holly and I are just like that. We just go like, why not? Let's try it. That's how we go about our world. And
Yeah.
if you will understand that, anything that you can understand from today is you cannot ever lose more than you've lost. Okay, you're at the zero. So why just try? Like, okay, your show may not be the quintessential Holly's kind of thing, but so what? It may be the quintessential you
The
thing.
thing is, there's somebody out there that thinks it's the quintessential. It doesn't.
Yeah, that's
There's
what it is.
somebody out there that's going to love, if you put your heart into it,
There's 8
somebody out
billion
there is
people.
going
8
to
billion
want
people.
that. It is that. It doesn't have to be compared to anybody else's. It's nothing to do with that, because everybody is different. So you're not trying to make carbon copy, which is what I find with television right now. They get one idea and then they have to make 50 of the same exact show or whatever it is. Why? We don't need to see them over and over again. We want to see different. So there is somebody out there that will appreciate what you are trying to put out. So I would say to people, don't be discouraged. It's awful because right in your own family, your friend circle, your family circle, they'll say, oh my God, that is so dumb. What are you doing? Like, guys are nuts. You quit your job and what are you doing? Like, this is not, but you can either listen or you can follow that. Inside something's telling you, do this, because the universe will respond to that and the universe will send what you need if you keep your thought in the front, not all the naysayers and all that. Your thought of truth, if it's the truth for you, keep it in the front. It's like a shield, and keep going. Like, the discouragement always wants to come, and every day you kind of have to bolster yourself up in the day. Every morning you get up, this
Or
is
you
what
could
I'm
listen to the
doing.
song. You could listen to the
Yeah,
song. Oh,
this is what I'm doing. It's gonna work. The universe said I can do this, and that's how you have to be. Like, you have to have one mind about it. Thank
yeah.
God I have Roxanne. I have my sons I cannot say how wonderful they are. I have twin boys and have never had one day, even like, because they said at one point in their lives, they said, they talk, they have a twindom thing. So they talk to each other without you being able to necessarily know what they're saying. And they decided that puberty is that time when you open up and you're free, and as teenagers you start to do a bit like kind of stupid things. In general, you get wild and you do stupid stuff. And they, from looking at other teenagers, said, we're not doing that. We are not going to do that. And they came and discussed it with me and said, we would rather be able to talk to you about how we're feeling and stuff, rather than going off and doing dumb things that we'll regret. So I've never seen this happen before, but they literally skipped the whole puberty thing. So they're just their own odd selves, and they decided that they thought this idea was good and that they're going to be a part of it and be the editors, because they're gamers. They're not social media people. That's why you can never get them on one of these shows. They will not come on for their life. You can't even, I can hardly even get them to show. They won't. If I try to show a picture of them, and they do movies, they do acting
Do
and
you
all that, and
know
it's okay.
kids love watching people play games?
Yeah, there you go.
I know,
They
I've tried to
game and
tell them
everything.
they would be the best, they would be top gamers. I've made their site. I did everything.
Yeah,
They said
I
no.
made them their Instagram and their Facebook, because I was like, I know you don't like social media, but my God, like, this is
You could make a
ridiculous.
ton of money? No,
Nope,
they said.
nope. They like the background. they'll do it for like how they do their acting or they do BG, and you're paying them. Okay, fine. But other than that, no, they won't do it. But the greatness of having them as part of this 20, they're going to be 25 this year, but all of our lives they've been there supporting, and it's weird because they support their mom. And it's fantastic to have them as part. I don't think I've mentioned that they are the editors of Forever Free TV. So
Yeah.
even
They're the
Arica's stuff that goes up, they're the ones
yeah,
that are
they're
putting
the
it up.
technical
And
people that
yeah,
I try not to give them like too much heartache because they're doing what with what, when, how? Because they have to do the technical side of whatever you
oh,
guys
yeah.
we are, or whatever Holly and I are trying to create, right? And they know the technical side, and they'll say sometimes, Auntie,
You
that
can't
won't
do
work.
that. Like that won't work. You can't do it. But then they
So,
usually find a way. So
yeah, so we can all see, we can all work together, different ages. That's one of the things I've always said with our family. We have to be an example of it not always being smoothly, because there's some members of my family that still they're like, Roxanne, you just shh, I can't talk to you right now. Now, eventually, I'm sure they'll change their mind, but for right now, they're having their moment.
we
And now
agree to disagree
we
in our
disagree,
family. That's what
right?
we do. We agree to
So
disagree about
right.
some
So
things.
some so now the things that we can agree about, we all are seekers of truth. We all love children. And with my dad, I think that as fathers, we need to be good providers. So that's why I keep inching the conversation, because underlying all of this, my dear husband, I have a husband, and he's in Orlando, and he has been the basic, I mean, I've put funding, but he has been the underlying, undergirding, doing his he has an online kind of job where he works with government stuff in America, but he's coming and he's retiring, and he's done a phenomenal job, but he is moving on into the crypto stuff and still helping people. The power of two is where I got that inspiration from. And I'm not going to do it from the crypto side. He's doing more like every person in the world. He believes that using his system, you can move away from a life what's only filled with jobs. So I said to him, well, that is true, and I believe you. But if they will see an example just using it for Forever Free Media, then when you start to show them about how their life can be changed by crypto, they won't think you're a nut. They won't think you're AI or something. They'll be able to listen to you. So he has his sites. He could develop all of the developing. He has all the videos, and he said, "Well, Roxanne, you lead the way." So I said, "Okay." And I've spent my last 3 years saying my power of two speech in all different manners, and people keep looking at me like, "What are you talking about?" Keep saying it, but I know with myself and my dad, it's time. It's the time now that we have the platform. We've done as much as we can. We've put in, it must be over 100,000, 150,000 real dollars. And so we're not just coming here to scalp people. We have something in the game, skin in the game, my husband would say. So we are really for real, want this to be done. So we are giving you the an opportunity to join us. And I'm talking to the older people so that we can form the platform and give our $2. It's not $100. It's not even $10. It's whatever you can. The main thing of the two telling two principle, it's that it's a river. It's not a pond. It's not even a membership. It's just one time you give, and then you tell somebody, and you see, like the lighting of a match, like sowing of a seed, like how when a dandelion goes and poofs, all the seeds flow out. This is a principle. It's an exponent. It's 2 times 2, 2 times 2, 2 times 2 times 2, 2 to the 30, always equals over a billion. Now, us in the room, if we had $1 billion, a
Wow.
billion, just us here in this room, and we each took what would be 100, 1 million each, I think we could do something, like I think we would have a starting point each. That's what I'm saying. It's not, we don't have to always be thinking one person having a billion is stupid to me. But if we would begin to understand the math is here for us, they put it here. Come on, think, think, think. If we put two and tell two, and we support this idea, Forever Free Media, and you begin to trust that we are not going to like scurry off with because we can't. Where are we scurrying to? We're stuck on this planet. We're stuck here. If we scurry off, we have to meet with the people who we work with, and that's, you don't scurry off with having done that. There's all these rules that we follow, that we are so following rules that we put on ourselves. So you don't have to worry. We're not charlatan people. So we have 40 years of doing this with no funding and some funding, and we don't care about money like that. What we care about is that our lives, our children's lives, are benefited because we have existed. I come to this planet, I see what's around, I don't complain, fuss, 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 fuss. I fuss sometimes, but then I get back up and I say, look, what can we do? And I found this wonderful idea. When Warren told it to me 17 years ago, I said it's the best idea I've ever heard. And he has experienced it to a smaller extent. And because he did, he said, this has got to work. It's got to work. And as we begin to flow in it, we will see. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because in the Christian church, we used to always do church offerings. And you get, what happens is after you're a giver, you can get donor fatigue, I call it, because you've given everything, you've given, and it's not making any result. And you get like, oh God, I can't give anymore because I have nothing left. But this idea gets rid of the donor fatigue. There's no membership, there's nothing. You just give what you can and get a couple of people to give what they can, and a couple of people give what they can. I find it's fascinating. How could that work? But if you put the math in, put it into a calculator, 2 to the exponent 30 always equals over 1 billion.
Can I ask,
Beautiful, Roxy.
if
Wow.
somebody,
I mean, so
if a group
inspiring.
of people,
So go ahead. Wait, go ahead,
Mhm.
Yana.
if somebody has a production, like a group of children, teenagers, get a production together, what would their next steps be to get on your channel?
Oh, if they
Oh,
have,
If they have a
if
production
they
that's
actually
already set
literally
in
have
place
something
and they want
filmed,
to perform it on your channel.
has it been made into a video already?
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
Whether it be music, acting, yeah,
if
yeah.
if they have a video
Just,
already,
yeah, if they
wait.
had something
The
already.
forms that form
yes,
that
there you go.
Erica will, that right, that form, we'll give the link. We'll put the link in the comments. I believe Erica is going to do that. And then all you have to do is click on that link. It will take you to the
Okay.
form right online, and just fill in the information, fill in like who you are,
And you're
what you're
sending
doing.
a copy of the video
Yeah, you
that you
send us,
want.
you upload a copy of the video, it goes to Google Drive, we'll take a look at it and we'll contact you and ask you, like, we'll find out, are you going to be doing this one time? Are you doing a series? And that will help us because remember, we're at the beginning. So we're going to take a few minutes to understand what you're doing and then go from there. But it's not like there's a whole
Okay.
committee of anything.
Well,
What we
we're the
want,
committee. I
yeah,
mean,
we
if you want to
want
call
you
a committee,
guys,
me and
we
Roxanne
want
are
you guys
just
to please, as the committee, then we're saying yes, we would like your children, the children especially, if you have children. I mean, and they can put together half an hour if that's a fullness that they can do, and they can put together even sometimes even 15 minutes.
yeah.
It's not,
It all
don't
depends
discourage
on,
them.
right.
Mhm.
Depends on what it is. We just need to see what like say their first video, we need to
The
see it, and
content.
then
Yeah.
yeah, the content, and then after that, if it's an episodic thing or if it's just one, one show at a time they can produce, or it's a once a week, like that. It'll go from there after you fill out the information, and it's just basic information.
Right. This is
I
basic
think
information, and
Yeah.
and then every time you submit something to us, there'll be a form that you fill out, and so that we can keep track of everything. Because remember, like, we're at beginning now, but as it grows, we have to be able to have a system that can become bigger. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I think
okay.
it's great. I think there's going to be a lot. You know, you think of all the schools, all the
Oh
kids,
yeah, that's
you
I
true.
didn't even
That's
think
know,
of
true.
schools.
that
Yeah.
make productions
Yeah.
and would, you
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
know,
true. That's
Absolutely.
absolutely
That's going
true.
to be so great to go on the channel and like, because right now, of course, for the last 3 years, I've been making most of the content and the videos, and it's been AI. And they're not, some of them are like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. It's not long because AI, it's not that easy to work with to make like big videos or movies yet. There's like one guy I know of that has ventured into the movie, and he's actually a director, producer, and he made an hour and a half AI movie. It's on YouTube. I forget what the guy's name is. What's his name? Tom
Payton,
Tom Tom
Paton.
Payton. He
From
just made
England.
another AI documentary that's about a half hour long. But the AI stuff is shorter. So if people have AI stuff and it's only 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long, less than that, it's because that's a short type of video format. But like kids doing, like how you're saying, a production, dancing, anything like that, it would be so great to go on the channel and see different people doing different things. That will be so exciting to see. Even how Arica, your shows are now
all around the
in
world,
its own
all
row.
around the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and
It's
I was looking at the analytics, and I was seeing sometimes your show has gotten the most views, and it comes surprisingly like Russia, Brazil. Like
yeah,
you're
yeah,
surprised at the fact why Forever Free TV, why would you in Russia or Brazil, like what would make you watch our channel? I'm not saying like we're trying our best, but still people have a lot of those ones that have Roku TV and they're looking for something to watch. And
yeah,
so why shouldn't we be the ones? Why not? Why should
absolutely. Why not?
And actually, I was looking at the statistics on this channel here, and I was quite I was like, really? There's more men watching than women? Like,
Right. See,
wow.
I
And
wouldn't think that.
no, and the
Yeah.
age group is also younger than ours, which I think is really nice because I feel it's the younger ones who have trouble accepting the AI than
Yeah.
we the elder got. So maybe they get inspired that we're sitting here
everybody's
old, like
bored? A lot of
doing all
times it's
this.
Yeah.
just the boredom. Ugh.
Yeah.
And
Is there
then
any
before,
oh sorry.
I just remembered because you were saying this. Just like just do it. It just reminded me of the first meditation that I was ever introduced to when I was playing basketball, and it was a meditation that Nike made only for basketball players,
Oh yeah,
and it was
just
called
do.
"Just Do It."
Mm-hmm.
And that still is like so deep into me from I was that 14, 15. Just do it, just do it, just do it. Like, so we were like in the basketball, imagine you got the ball in your hand, somebody's coming in front of you, you get a little like, should I go this way? You just do it.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
just to
absolutely.
inspire, yeah, because many people maybe just like, but I'm not a creative person, or
Mhm.
and not everybody have to be that. We all really need like support from people like that can do all kind of things.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, really,
Some
we
people
need
are
each
better
other.
at organizing, at this, at that, at that. It doesn't, that's not the point. The point is this a good idea? Well, come on and let's do it, like you're
that's
saying.
true. It's true. I should when people are sending us their info at foreverfreemedia.com. If there are people that nothing that we've said you can do, but there is something that we didn't say that you think might be helpful. Just drop us a note. Right now, you're at ground zero of
Right.
something. Like if you were at the spot when, you know, any as spaceships first got invented, anything has a ground zero, but
Right.
usually you're not there, and you hear about it when it's too late, and you say, wow, if I had only been when that was, I would have been. This is one of those days. You're on
Right.
that day. So don't let this opportunity just flizzle by, because maybe these ladies are not so nutso as they look, may seem. Maybe maybe there's something to their madness,
Yeah.
maybe. Why not? And we can see what can come of something that we are not thinking about right this minute, but um uh, there's a lot of young men maybe you're thinking of, because it's not only a platform for ladies, but we don't have any. I don't know how to do karate, like karate, or some of the men, or fix cars at that level, or I don't feel the necessity to roll those kind of trucks along. But if you are a trucking kind of guy, you want to watch how to do something on your something, those things that sometimes guys like. I'm not telling you women that you're not into that, but I'm just saying, you know, a more kind of rugga thing that that ladies might not like. Comment. I didn't tell anybody that it all has to be flowers and daisies and little frilly things. Anybody can do whatever, but how can I make it happen on the channel? We're just giving
I
examples.
recorded
You
I
understand?
recorded I recorded two short videos this last week of my friends, two
Mm-hmm.
different friends. One is growing bonsai trees,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Oh.
suddenly just realized like he had many bonsai trees. I'm like, where did they come from? I
Mm-hmm.
made them. Can I film them like seriously? Because wow, people can get so inspired by this. Just a
Yes,
short
that
five
is, I
minute
find
video.
those fascinating, the trees
Yes,
and
and then
how they're
another
made.
friend was playing with the Diablo outside, and it
What's a
just was like for
Diablo?
the kids, inspiring to see how to make the
What
tricks
is
with the.
that? What is that?
I don't like the word of it, the name of it. So I hope it got another name. But it's like when you have two sticks with a string,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you
I know
have
what that is. Oh, that's
yeah,
called the Diablo? Oh, okay.
yeah. I don't know why it's called that.
Oh,
It's terrible.
Roxanne, the two sticks with the string and the sticks with that thing, and you twirl it
You
and
twirl it?
I
you
know.
do
And then
all
you can
Well,
kinds
like
of
blow
things.
it
well,
up
if
in
there
the
was a
air.
show, then I could watch it and understand it.
Yes, I would send it to you, Roxy.
Almost
Because
looks
the
like a
funny thing
bobbin.
was that it became like a kind of education for children. Because
Right.
before I
Right.
started filming him, he was doing everything right. He was making the most cool tricks, and I was like, "Wow, let me film this." And as soon as I started, he couldn't because he had the
Oh, it's
camera
too
on him. So I was
conscious.
like,
Yeah.
Conscious, too
kids, if
self-conscious. Yeah.
you're watching this, I just let you know that just before he was doing all of it right, but now he got so nervous because he got the camera on. So let's call this opposite psychology, okay? Like you can maybe do better because oh he did it wrong again. It's just because he's nervous. It's just so funny.
Yeah, this is
But
this is fascinating. It's interesting what
Yeah.
if we weren't so afraid of like what people are going to say, there were so many things that people would probably do if it wasn't like, okay, now if I do this, they're going to laugh at me, they're going to make me feel bad, they're going to some people over there might. We can't make all humans do whatever we say. But we're saying at this particular Forever Free TV, we will not shame you. We will not make you feel small and less. And we will not. I will not tolerate your joy being squished. I remember we were on another show and I was talking to Peyton about when you're little in the West Indies. Sometimes they'll just say,
Oh, they say the
look at
worst
you.
things.
Why your face has a smile like that? You must be doing something. Yeah,
They just always got something to say. West
You
right.
must
Like
be
Indians
up to
always
mischief.
say
You're up
again.
to mischief. You
Yeah,
must be
you're
up to
up to miss.
mischief
Yeah,
if you have that smile on
absolutely.
your face. Yeah.
Yes.
you're
When
just
I was
minding your
little,
own
it
business.
was everything. I was quite kind of, I guess, a rambunctious, I suppose you want to say, or I used to tell the truth a lot without curbing it, like,
Yeah.
and it used to be all the time, Holly.
Well, you
What are you
see, if
doing?
you
I put
tell
my
the
hand on my
truth,
hip. I'm being too
yeah,
saucy. Da, 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 da,
when
all
you
the
tell the
time.
truth, you get told, did somebody give you a message?
Right,
It's like you
exactly.
can't win.
They
Yeah.
have so
So
many ways to rain on your parade.
yeah, people do.
It's
Yeah.
a science, the West Indies. So you're gonna come here and you'll be surprised. It's not that nobody may not say something, or hey, criticism, or being somebody that constructively says it will lift you up. It will take you to the next level. We don't want to be like the kind of thing where we're so guarded that everything you're doing is triggering me. Everything you're doing, I can't talk, I can't say anything because you have nothing. We end up with a society where I don't even know what the phrase for today is. It'll come to this point where we're saying so many letters of the alphabet that we'll have to take around dictionaries with us to know which are the words we can say today.
Yeah,
Once you understand
it's gotten pretty tight with the
mm,
language. If you say the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time,
the
oh,
heart from which
it's
you're doing it is that a heart that wants you to do better. It's a heart of love. Let's
yeah.
go then, and then go through it, and then see from there. If the motivation was just the language I didn't understand, or I didn't, let's work through it before we dismiss and throw away and all of that. We are better together. I will continue to say that because we're on one planet. I know that Elon wants us to go to Mars, but if we go as the same way as we are here,
We'll just destroy Mars as well. No,
we
no.
need to fix this situation
Yeah.
before we take it elsewhere. Let's fix what we have here, learn to work together in harmony and joy. And when things don't work out, let's find ways to have conversations that are constructive and bring ourselves to better joy, better peace, better life, like to feel better.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing.
And I
If
think
we
you
have
meant to
time
say
for that.
you don't want an acronym society, isn't it? Like everything
Say
is a
again?
letter and you have to, an acronym society where you have to
Yes.
figure out everything is
Yeah.
a 3-letter or 4-letter
Yeah.
Yes,
kind of thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
Because you
so
have to take
it
around
can
a
get so
dictionary with you,
stressful.
right?
It's
Yeah.
stressful.
Yeah.
Cause for me, I told Roxanne my basic thing is tell me your name.
Mm.
Tell me your name. I'm Holly. What's your name? Because all of that other stuff, if you get it wrong, people get so upset. So
Mhm.
I would just say, like, tell me your name. Then we can just say Bob, Billy, or Sally, or whatever your name is. That's how I'll refer to you as, because
Mhm.
it's complicated. It's beyond complicated now. Even my sons, like, even though they're younger and whatever, it's just even online when they're talking, it's too much. It's too
Mhm.
much. And
Mhm.
everybody is so touchy about it. We didn't grow up like that. I didn't grow up like that.
No,
You have to have a
we have
thick
thicker
skin.
skin. Yeah,
Yeah, you got to
we
have
have
thick
thicker
skin,
skin.
bro.
Yeah.
You cannot be just falling apart because somebody called you the wrong whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Nah, it just calm down. It's gonna be okay, right? Like, oh,
It's not the end
We
of the
so,
just got
road.
a funny comment from Warren. Warren, I think
oh,
we're
Mr.
still
Warren,
trying to understand women. Well,
we're still
maybe
trying to understand.
opportunity.
Oh,
Oh, wait. My husband,
that's
Warren,
Roxanne's husband.
Oh, is
has
it?
actually
That's
That is
Roxanne's
so
husband making
funny.
those comments.
I think
Mr.
he said
Warren.
that when he said that when Erika said it's a lot more men watching than
Yeah, then
females.
then
I think he meant that men are watching to try to understand women.
understand.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for
Well,
explaining that.
boys and men, we are taking over the media
I
because we
thank
want to
you.
slow doing it.
I
So,
think men have had their chance.
Well, I have to speak on behalf of Warren. He does put his money where his mouth is, and we would
Yeah.
not be having any of this going if he hadn't been our. I have one angel investor, and that's Warren.
thank you. We
So
need to
I
He's
talk
say
a
about
good
it
thank you,
because
man.
I
and
have my
I
own
really
crypto
appreciate
Say
your
and I
again,
don't know what
believing
to
in
Arca?
me.
do with it. I need to
What did
talk with him. I need to talk to your husband because I have my own crypto
Well,
and
you
I don't
can
know what
read
to do with
words
it.
so wrong
Oh, he
Oh,
anyway,
needs
can't
oh,
you?
okay. Okay.
well,
Mr. Warren,
He's a
As
crypto. He's the
yeah,
crypto
he's a
king.
crypto enthusiast.
Yeah, he's a
Mm,
crypto actually master. So his
yeah,
whole the idea that he's developed for us all, that I'm helping us to lend ourselves towards, is based on, it's crypto adjacent. It's not like
Women
uh,
laugh out loud.
trading in that. It's
yes.
using and learning how to use it. And he wrote the book. He's very trustworthy. He's a wonderful person, I have to say. Besides,
It's
he is,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
You know, in like Nigeria, I'm in contact with a lot of people in Nigeria, and because they're so poor, that is their only way out is right now to use
Crypto.
crypto because they cannot have bank
Oh,
accounts, they cannot, so they are actually surviving on that. And
It's gonna
yeah,
change the world. Again, it's one of those things, in the wrong people's hands, the wrong things will happen. But as good people, I know that Warren is a good person. I honestly would vouch for him to be a phenomenal person. He's the kind of person
It's about
that
time.
if you
What?
if you if you go to the, give money in at the teller or something, and it's the wrong, like, and it's in your favor, like you end up with $1 more. He's the guy that goes back and takes the dollar that you have too much and says, Roxanne, we're giving it back. And I'm like, what? Just let's just move on. No, he takes it out, lets everybody, and gives it back. He's that guy.
He
He is
does the
that.
most. How about that? He's doing the
well,
most.
how do you say his name? Because sometimes with this W, Warren,
Warren.
Yeah, Warren.
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 Warren, thank you for backing up your women. We have talked in the back that we can see that uh, that you are a real man because you make a woman shine like that. And
Yeah,
No,
that is,
Oh,
yes,
that is so
did you
definitely
hear
a
true.
that,
man to
Warren?
make a woman shine,
lovely.
unless she have to do it all by herself. But
Mhm.
the most men can really do
I'm
good
really,
to be
really
a woman.
pleased.
So yeah, I see Roxy being allowed to shine, and that I appreciate.
Yes, and I asked him one day, it was our anniversary a little while ago. I said, "So why did you bother to you?" Because I know myself. I poke. I'm brutal when it comes to the truth. Like that. What made you able to ask me to marry you? Because it's both of our second marriage, right? So he said, "Well, I love your mind. You challenge me, and I love the challenge."
That's
Now
great.
that is a great, because if that's what attracts him to me, when it kind of goes in his, not in his favor, I remind him of that, right? Because this is what you signed up for. So you have to, I have it in writing here. So you love my mind, and my mind tells me right now that that's a stupid idea, or whatever I'm working on. And so I'm glad that I'm glad you're in the chat. I'm glad he's coming back towards social media, because he had exited too. I'm glad that we're attracting back social media people that have had, like, ran away because they were tired of
Too
being
hard.
banned and whatever. We're saying, come back. It's a safe place. It's a happy place. I know that we may be not appreciated by everybody, but I will always stand by the fact my name means dawn of day. Light shines. Sometimes when it shines, it's not going to be like you, Erica, now added to my reality. Not only dawn of day, but purple flame. That, when you said purple flame, I thought, oh, this is so exciting. I told Holly, I told everybody. That means I actually get to do stuff. Like dawn of day kind of just hangs back, waiting, waiting. Come on, somebody. But dawn of day, I mean, purple flame gets to do stuff. I get to light
Yeah,
fires. I get to wander around. This is going to
it's
be so much
exciting.
fun. And I
Thank you
turned
so much for
60. So
having us
thank
on
you.
today. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
Yeah,
much. I'm
and
saying
thank
that
Yes,
you
it
before
was
you
too,
forget.
great.
Thank you.
and thank you so much too. And if we wind this up in less than
Yeah.
a minute, the AI will make shorts that gets out and not faster. And we are learning. Everybody's on a learning journey, so just do it. And thank you, Peyton. We will in the back send this project a lot of protection and love and well,
Okay.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Yes,
Nice to meet you,
we will
Peyton.
do that. Yes.
And
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 Yana.
Nice to meet
Yana.
you, Holly.
Mhm. And
and
don't
you, it's
forget
lovely
to
to
Yeah,
meet
no,
to
you
yeah.
to
both.
sign up and get your submissions to us, and we will take a look, and we're going to be
Yeah,
in
and if
touch.
you need to contact us personally, I mean, most of you have Roxanne's. I'll find a way to find you guys on WhatsApp or wherever it is, because I don't have all of you yet. So, because I'd love to hear you guys' stories as well. Me and Roxanne sucked up all the time talking, but I don't know. Peyton, I don't know your story. Yana, I don't know your stories, or Arika. So it was great. Thank you so
We
much.
will see each other again. No, I mean, that is for sure. So bless you
Okay.
all. Blessings to this project.
It was lovely
And
to
bless
meet you
you to
both.
all
You
Yes.
too.
the
Thank
viewers.
you.
Thank you for being with us out there so much. Let's play some music.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have a good
thank you
day,
guys.
everybody.
See you next
See
Wednesday.
you
Or
guys
maybe
in
we
the
are
tribe.
already
Yes.
we are already over the 2 hours. I'm so sorry. We are already over, so we cannot use the AI. So I don't want to stress. So let's just say that next Wednesday,
Okay.
Peyton is gonna be on as well.
Okay.
With what's her name?
I don't know. I just went blank. I just went blank for some
Yes, you
reason
know.
as well.
The Akasha record reader.
Oh, we're on with Salma. She's not an Akashic record reader. She's really a good psychic, and she's quite good at what she
okay.
does. Along with me, I'm also psychic as well. So we're going to do our
Okay.
thing next week.
That
All
sounds
right.
So the
That
next
sounds
week,
exciting.
interesting.
Salma with the. I have to get it again.
Oh,
So
she
it's
does
the,
light language, and she speaks about her light language. She can also teach it as well.
A
What we
light
also know
language.
as yes, soul language, speaking in tongues.
Oh, okay.
Like, yes, but the new age word that we use these days is referred to as light language. So she is an
Okay.
expert in that. She's learned it a few years now. She uses it on her clients, and she's also able to teach you how to activate your light language.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting.
I only know about
Yeah.
speaking in tongues from church.
Well, yes, you see, it's the same thing, but people, it's sort of over the years, you know, it morphs into a different idea. But when you check the
Right.
origins, it's come from something that we are all familiar with, and it's all
Right.
quite natural to all of us. And it's a very individualistic signature. It's not like a
Right.
language you can translate and then teach someone exactly the same. Everyone has their own individual like language, like a fingerprint.
Mhm.
It's used spiritually, it's to heal. It's used to encourage yourself. Everyone can do it. As you know, in church, you just kind of spontaneously go into it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So she's quite good
Okay.
at it. She explains it really well. I speak soul language as well. I like that term better because it resonates with me. And
Mhm.
but she is able to teach you and show you how to activate and come into your
And it
own with
sounds
your own soul
amazing.
language. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, everybody.
so,
I
Yeah.
will see you soon.
Yes,
Love.
guys.
Lots of
Lovely
love.
having you.
Bye.
Thank you for joining
thank
us.
you
See you
all.
on the
All
Thank
right.
tribe.
you.
Bye.
See you on the other side. I want to play you just this one first.
Without you, I'd have no way out. No shoulder to lean towards, no whisper of doubt. No one to keep all the dreams alive. No one to share the wars we've survived. No midnight call, no soul who knows. No steady hands when the fire grows. But you're here and you've got each other. Through the storm, through the thunder. Together we stand, together we fight. We've taken too much, but we hold on tight. Thrown to the flames, dragged through the pain. Still, we rise again and again. Love is strong, stronger than time. And we'll reach the light just in time. It's felt like hell, a never-ending fall. Climbing halfway up just to lose it all. Endless repeat, but somehow we stay. Still breathing, still finding a way. I love you, I miss you, I feel you inside. Keep holding each other, don't let go of the light. The road is long, but we know the way. And love will guide us, come what may. See you soon, my soul, my heart. No matter the distance, we're never apart. See you soon, my soul, my heart.
I am the soil beneath your feet, the rivers where your hands can meet. I breathe the air that fills your chest and cradle you in nature's nest. In the sky, under one shared light, we stand as stars in the velvet night. Each soul a spark, unique and bright, yet brighter still when hearts unite. Alone we rise like winds that roam, but together we build a lasting home. For strength is found in love and care, in bonds that lift and burdens share. So know, my children, you are one, each a thread, yet all the sun. So hold each other hand in hand, and together you will heal the land. Remember these words, O children of terror, and always know that we are better together. Many thanks. I am the mother.